It's often said that the best time to buy a house is 3 years ago. And I know that that can sound a little bit frivolous, but in truth, for most of the past 20 years, that's exactly what it's been. Waiting, waiting for interest rates to come down, waiting for prices to come down. Waiting, it seems, has been fool's folly. So we're adapting our group, our page, to communicate to the buyers and sellers accurate information of what's going on in the market, how to navigate the market, and how to win regardless of the type of market that we're in. And what I mean by that, quite simply, is I want you to envision the real estate market as a pendulum. It swings back and forth, and it goes from a buyer's market to a seller's market. And what I want you to understand about those pendulum swings is twofold. One, it doesn't matter what market you're in, there's opportunity for you. And our goal is to provide you with the information you need to navigate and capitalize on the opportunities of the moment. And to that end, we'll talk briefly about the markets. First of all, sellers market. We've just come through a historically long sellers market, and by their very nature, I can tell you that a seller's market, buyer's market, that pendulum swing happens once every 10 years because the federal government, they had to, I think, artificially suppressed the interest rates, kept our interest rates low. Because they did that, we were in a 20-year cycle, not a 10-year cycle. And again, historically, these cycles are 10-year cycles. Well, with the advent of the ending of quantitative easement, which was the vehicle in which the federal government artificially suppressed the interest rate, with the ending of that, the ceasing of that, we've seen interest rates rise. They were up around 9. They floated between 6 and 7. We pray one day they'll get back down to 5.5, somewhere in that range. Um, but I have to tell you, there are still people out there buying. There's still people out there selling. Is it more painful? Yes. Um, but is it homes? Is housing still a necessity? Yes. So what I would tell you is, quite simply, there's never a bad time to buy. And I'll explain that in just a second. But there can be some horrible, horrible times to sell. Never a bad time to buy. If we go back to 1976 and we look nationwide, let's start nationwide. If we look nationwide with all the peaks and all the valleys, all the boom and bust markets, real estate is appreciated about 3.5% per year. Steady line, maybe not so steady. The trend line over time is a steady line. And again, we saw peaks and we saw valleys and we saw booms and we saw bust. But that appreciation averaged out over 3.5% a year. Now let's put that in California terms because we know California is always a little bit different. California terms are that same appreciation line that the nation has, The same appreciation line is actually closer to 7%, nearly double on an annual basis. So, again, best time to have bought 3 years ago. Might have seen 20, 21% appreciation. And now I know what you're saying, but the market's shifting. Yeah, it is. And what I can tell you is that the law of supply and demand is still driving prices upward. In terms of inventory, it's up in Southern California somewhere 6, 8% from what it was historical lows. So still low. But the law of supply and demand um, and its impact is being affected by the fact that we're still a million homes short of what we actually need to meet the needs today. And if we had those million homes, we might see a lower price. We might see prices start to come down. Instead, what we're seeing right now is the rate of increase is starting to come down a little bit. Now, I will tell you, I've read surveys that say that home prices are going to go up 10% again this year. I don't think so. But just as the entity that is prognosticating that interest rates are going to go up 10%, probably has the same value as my estimation. I think we're probably looking at somewhere 3% appreciation, but it's going to go up because again, we still don't have enough homes. So over the course of the next few months, we're going to be providing you with weekly, monthly market updates. And we're going to tell you where we think the market's heading. We're going to tell you where the market has been, and we're going to tell you why we think um, today's a good time to buy or sell, or maybe that it's a good time to hold but not sell. We're going to help you as best we can to capitalize on the market at the moment. So I'm Frank Spencer, Mr. Chatsworth, they call me, and I can tell you 31 years in the business now have taught me that that pendulum always swings and it always comes back and it always swings forward and it always returns. So when I say that there's never a bad time to buy, I say so because I know that if I can afford the property I'm buying, if I have the luxury of time on my side, the market is going to rise. I'm going to see appreciation while I'm paying down on my principal, and I'm going to accumulate wealth. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I truly hope that you enjoy um, this group and that you participate. Participate by asking questions, participate by joining in the panel discussions that we're going to be holding. And I will be bringing in industry experts from time to time to talk about impact of that we're experiencing with new regulations like the commission instruction impact and how that's affecting sales. We're going to be bringing experts in to talk about that, and I'm really looking forward to this journey that we're going to go on together. That's it for now, and I truly hope that this page adds value and provides you with information in which that you can build a life of riches through the ownership, the sale, and the purchase of real estate. Thank you.